Eric Keller here. We're going to do some freestyling today, and we have a pretty awesome group of cars lined up that is going to basically demonstrate what is coming soon. This is what we've been up to the last couple months and are very excited to share this with our fellow enthusiasts. Make sure to hit subscribe below and turn your notifications on, because we're going to have a full video on each of these cars, as well as a fifth mystery car that is not shown today, that's actually in the workshop that just got here yesterday, and that car very possibly is the most exciting of them all. Each of these cars is one of the best in their class, and that's exactly why we're going to show them all to you here at once, kind of as a preview. And first off, of course, we have a Brilliant Rot Sport Evo. This is getting close to the 20th Sport Evolution that we've had, and I have to say that this certainly is way up there amongst the most special that we've had. It is, condition-wise, the second nicest one we've ever sourced, with the delivery mileage also in Brilliant Rot being the only Sport Evo that we've sourced nicer than this one. As much as it pains me to say, this is actually nicer than our black Sport Evo that's been in our collection for now 5 years. And the car has a great history and a great story that I'm very excited to share with you guys. The condition, of course, just is off the charts. We might as well take a quick sneak peek at the engine as well. I don't want to give you too much of the details, because the video coming up on this one will be the next video in this series, for this 5-part series. And we're going to take you inside the workshop. We're going to get a little bit more technical in these videos with these 5 cars. And we're going to really showcase what EAG has been up to for the last 20 years, refining our rejuvenation program, bringing these cars back to new for a second time. This car is, goosebumps. This car is, it's the garage find of the decade. It's already, just for 2020, and we've already found probably the best E28 M5 we probably will ever find for the rest of our career. That's a huge statement. We've been doing E28 M5 since the beginning. That's the model and chassis that started EAG and our love affair, which is obviously in full-blown addiction status for the M cars. And I have to say that this M5 really excites me. It is the second lowest mileage one in North America, and it's eluded me and many others for a very long time. It's been underground, and it's had just one owner. We bought it directly from the first and original only owner. How many times do you get to say that about a car that's 32 years old? And come here and look at the inside of this thing. This is arrival condition. We've not done anything to the car. We've washed it one time. It got rained on yesterday all day, which the car was getting rained on when it left. It's a very desert climate, which is very odd that it's been in the rain twice in the 2 times it's been outside. I think the car missed it, having been in the garage literally for the last 25 plus years. To get the odometer, that car has 9,462 miles. This is just bonkers for the E28 world. These cars were driven. This was, the original Q-ship, and the wolf in sheep's clothing. It was made to be driven, and so many of them were driven so much that very few that survive in condition like this. And we have basically this is like automotive archaeology, is what this is. The car's really never had a proper detail. It's had services, but it's basically been in stasis for the last quarter century. So really excited to showcase what EAG is capable of doing, and this car is going to benefit from absolutely every single department, everything about our program that we've been working really hard on. Never stop improving is our mantra, and this car is certainly going to really benefit from everything. The original tires are still on this car, the original Pirelli P700s. You just don't see that very often. So, but it was loved. You can see a little wax build up here in the crevices and things. So talking about special and unique, this is the second 850 CSI European spec that EAG has sourced in 2020 already. It's obviously an eye catcher, being an individual finished in Dakar yellow. I believe there are only 7 in this exterior color code. The other really cool thing about being a European spec, gives it the option to have the sport seats. most of the, well, all the US cars, the North American cars, had the flat comfort seats. This does have the sport seats. The European Spec cars have quite a few differences over the US cars. The larger front brakes, it has an oil cooler, a differential cooler, it has four-wheel active steering once you get up past, I believe, 35 miles an hour. We're gonna go through all of that stuff. We're gonna get this car in the workshop. We're gonna go over, do the PPI together. I'm gonna bring you in, we're gonna review this with one of our EAG pit crew and show you what we found in this car's inspection. It's rejuvenation roadmap, as we call it, to bring it back to new condition for a second time in life. You gotta see inside this, these sport seats are quite trick. This car, again, is also 100% arrival condition. We have washed the car once, and it is the next in queue for its pre-purchase inspection, and very excited to get some seat time with this one. It's got miles on it too, so this one can be used and driven. It has a really cool history. It's been in the States for quite a long time, and right now it's reading about 83,809 miles. It's all stock condition too, which is quite nice to see. The louder the color, typically the higher the likelihood that the car may have had some modifications or some alterations done in the past. And you'll see that it's got a VIN plate. And this car also is California smogged. So a lot of guys looking at European Spec 850 CSIs, unfortunately in California, might have some problems with other cars, including our Diamond Schwartz would take a little bit of time, effort, and energy in order to be California compliant. It can be done, obviously. We know how to do it. We'll help you make that a reality if that is something that you want to do with that car. That car also very well could have just been here, but we just got it earlier. Same type of style as we did that unboxing in the 850 CSI video. If you've not seen that one, go back about 10 videos and make sure to check that out. There's a two-part series. We get under that car and go in the workshop as well. And this car got here yesterday, and for many years people didn't even think that this car existed. This car's kind of a myth. It's mythical, I can tell you that. This is an Alpina B10 4.6 liter. They made 4 of them with a manual gearbox. They only made 18 of these Tourings in a B10 with a 4.6. And this car, like the Sport Evo that we started with, is effectively a brand new car. The condition of this thing is off the charts. I'm beside myself. I knew the car was going to be really, really high click, and we'd bought this car from a fellow enthusiast in Germany that has supplied us with other cars. And so far, he's batting 100, and thank you. For telling us the truth and being honest about the car. And we have about 120,000 euros of receipts on this car, having it just completed a comprehensive, basically recommissioning by a marque specialist, an Alpina marque specialist in Germany over a number of years. And you got to see inside this thing as well. The seats, the Recaros, are so 1995. Both the CSI and this Alpina are both 1995 models. This was the final year for the E34, so it's got the wide grille with the wide hood as well. I don't know exactly how many way power seats those are, but the front little slider here, though, is actually manual. This is kind of cool. This car is also in arrival condition. We actually, did we give this a bath? I think we gave this a bath. Yeah, we did. That's it. We've not vacuumed it. We've not done any paint correction, or we've not even inspected this car yet either. So all of this stuff literally is just dropping off the truck now. Interesting timing, and I'm very happy that it's all happening together at the same time, because now I can basically chronicle each of these cars with you, coming along for the video ride with us. I did drive this car when we went to go pick up the 5th mystery car. We literally got it off the truck, went, put gas in it. I was going to do a big video on this car, but I got distracted, had to go pick up this car in a barn. That's all they'll say. It's just as a teaser. And we took advantage of a weather window. I literally jumped in the car, filled it with gas, hit the highway, engine oil is warm, red line 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, deep into 5th. I'm not going to tell you what the speedometer read, but it was going up really fast. I actually was really surprised how fast this car is. E34 M5 Touring's awesome car. Very good and capable power with that 3.8 liter, but they don't hold a candle to this. I love me some E34 M5 wagon, but this car will absolutely hand its arse to an M5 Touring. It's got torque and lots of it. That with the gear ratio as well. I was really surprised how quick this car was. I did not expect it to be this quick, but also, I mean, didn't even check the tire pressures. You should always do that, and I was too excited, and so the steering wheel's straight. There wasn't a vibration to be had. It's got good Michelins on the car currently. We're gonna go through everything and triple check, trust but verify. The car has just a super fat, thick history book. Actually, there's one of these in each of these cars, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys as well, and we'll take you for a drive, because who's driven or ridden one of these? 100 people, maybe? I mean, not many, especially now 25 years removed from new. The car, we had to wait. The car just turned 25 3 weeks ago per its build date at Alpina, so we really couldn't have brought this in and brought it to you really any sooner than we are now. So again, each of these cars are going to have a full-length video. The fifth car is also a one-owner car. I guess I might as well share that with you too. I mean, again, look, you can't make this stuff up. So appreciate everybody's support over the years and months. Obviously, we're going into some interesting times right now, but we are going to stay open as long as we are allowed to. We're going to also stay as enthusiastic as we always are, because we have pretty much the best jobs out there preserving these cars and being able to bring them and share them with you and see these people's faces when they take a delivery of one of these cars. It's just it's so worth it. So if you have a car that you need rejuvenated, our workshop is open. We have cars continuing to arrive, and we got a couple more spots opening up here in the next couple of weeks that we can get you on the books and get your schedule, your appointment booked. Do make sure that you subscribe and turn those notifications on. We've got that video is going to be the next on the Sport Evo. I'm not exactly sure on the order. It'll just depend on how much time I have to make this happen and make sure they're processed properly, because I do want to bring you through that process. So again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Stay tuned for more. See ya.